Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. What is going on? Ghost, we got you in chat still. That's good. Ghost and I have been chatting for a couple minutes leading up to when I actually went live there. Blue Haven, how are you? Old guy. Skynex. Pwned with style. BMG Jet, of course. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I gotta change this over because that would have been funny. I'm just I got a funny for you guys that I gotta show you before we get going here. It is the hey, does anybody know here? Let me just check first. So it is the long weekend in Canada, and I wanted to know. Oh, they have a bunch of really silly names for it. So in Canada, it's called Regatta Day. In Newfoundland, Terry Fox Day in Manitoba, Saskatchewan Day in Saskatchewan, British Columbia Day in BC, Natal Day in Nova Scotia, Simcoe Day in Toronto, just in Toronto, not in Ontario. That's weird. New Brunswick Day in New Brunswick. I want to say this is Colonel by Day in Ottawa, Heritage Day in Alberta, Joseph Brant Day in Burlington, and Benjamin Vaughan Day in the city of Vaughan, Ontario. Like, how do you have, I guess it's a civic holiday versus a federal holiday. But how do you have different names for each one all the way across the country? So dumb. I don't like bureaucracies. Oh, I also need to change. I need to see what chat is doing. Yeah, see, I think it's already goofy. Yeah, I need to just give me a second here. I got to change that. So let's do this and this. And let's move it up like that. And I need to see what happens in chat. That can look hilariously small. I don't know what that means. Oh, my Pepsi? Why? That's weird. I'm regular sized. Well, I'm not, but anyways, whatever. It is whatever civic holiday it is across the country of Canuckistan. Anyway, my question was, is there an August long weekend around the world, in the United States, in the UK? Well, a lot of my viewers are across the pond there. No, yeah, it's a Pepsi. Yeah, exactly. I do have large hands, but I'm only 6 foot tall, 6'1" really, but I'd just say 6 foot. Okay, let's go over here. All right, cool. We got that. And then let's do this. Let's open this up. I want to see. So I built a base on a server, on my server, and I want to show it to you guys first. Yeah, see, first Monday. Yeah, we have Labor Day as well in September. But I don't understand why we have a holiday in August. Anyways, that's what this weekend is in Canada, is whatever this nonsense civic holiday is. Yeah, nothing in August. Yeah, next month we get, well, as it stands, actually, I'm pretty sure that there's not a single month in Canada where we don't have at least one stat holiday. Somebody could correct me on that. I could be wrong. But if there is one, it's only one month. Anyway, so I want to show you guys, actually here, let me do it like this. I'm going to show you guys this base, and I want you to tell me if you recognize the base. All right. Oh, that was, damn, I was waiting for that. Okay, so let me fix this first. Let me fix this because I did this off stream and I can't change it until I'm live. So let me just do a whoop-de-woo like this, a whoop-de-woo like that. There we go. That's much more gooder. And I also wanted to put it up hither like so. But I also want it behind me. So let's do like this. And yeah, so that should work a little bit better. If that gets stupid, and I have to do this only for the VOD. Obviously, while it's live, you all can see what's going on in chat. But for the VOD, the chat doesn't play back the same way. So we're going to try this for a little while. I've had a couple of requests for it. And people didn't like how small it was before. And so now we're going to change it up. All right. Anyways, so here's this base. And I want you guys to tell me. Oh, yeah. See, that is duper, duper small. Let me change that one too. Let me change this one too. We'll go, is it at the top or the bottom? I think it's at the bottom. We'll go about something like that. So as soon as somebody puts something in chat, we'll know. And then we can carry on. And you guys can tell me where this base is from. Right? We are doing server audits today, just so that I'm clear, because I didn't say that at the very beginning. We are doing, yeah, it's stone. It is an easy rate. Okay, so let's move this over just to yeet a bit. No, not like that. Let's do, come on. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. So people with really long messages are going to get cut off there. Yeah, but yeah, never mind the skin. Never mind that. Never mind the fact that it's built out of stone. I want you to tell me where you recognize. Do you recognize it? Yes, that is the Brutalist skin. Oh, I think, Ghost, I think you're right. So it is the promotional base on the front. As soon as you load up Rust, this is their splash page is this base. So I rebuilt this base. And what I found as I was rebuilding it is this is a terrible, terrible base design. So I've gone through and I've actually added doors and floors because obviously from the what you see. Oh, look. Oh, yeah, because I put it into the mountain. Yeah, that makes sense. From what you see on their promotional thing, there's no doors and you can't tell if there's any floors. Yeah, I realized that. Yeah, I understand now. So yes, you are right. That is the promotional splash page on the beginning when you first open Rust. And the funny part about it is there are some kind of cool features about this base, but all in all, this is a really stupid base that they shouldn't be promoting, in my opinion. This door setup that they have at the top, which on their splash page, there is no door here. There's a doorway, but no door. This room is dumb. Just dumb. It's a really silly base design. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah. Silly. So let's get into business at hand. So I'm going to try something a little bit different today. And I don't typically go into this area very often. But I have noticed people doing like YouTube memberships and super chats and stuff like that. And while I definitely appreciate that, first of all, definitely not required, not by any stretch of the imagination. What I do for free. And if people want to support, they can. And I've been requested over the years to have multiple different methods for people to support the channel. I'm going to switch over a little bit. I'm going to start weighing a little bit heavier into like Streamlabs. So I've pinned the link to my Streamlabs donation link or whatever. It's pinned in the chat right there. So let's try that out and see how it goes. If you're so inclined that you want to donate to the channel and what I'm doing at Rust Admin Academy, let's try using Streamlabs. And it's like I said, it's only if you want to try something different instead of doing super chats. But but I definitely appreciate all of the efforts that people put towards making the channel successful, and I thought I would just try something a little bit different. Up 4 is fixed. I agree. It would be a relatively decent design if it weren't stone, and I mean, on a vanilla server, this is fine. On a vanilla server, stone is totally fine. Anyways, oh, I just realized you guys weren't seeing that. Derpity derp derp. Anyways, hey Mabel, how's it going? If it's the same Mabel, this is like a rock star in my Discord. If you're not in my Discord yet, you should be, because what a huge resource of information, especially because of Mabel, because Mabel seems to be in there 24/7, 365, with all of the answers that I would be providing, which makes my job super easy. So go to discord.srtbull.com. And yeah, all right, let's get started here. So for those that maybe don't know yet, this is the process that I'm doing. So if you want to have your server audited by me and of course my chat, you can go to audits.rustadminacademy.com, fill out this form right here, and on this side of it, it spits out a response to me, which then I randomly choose using random.org to randomly pick a server to go into and kind of just give my opinion on it and see what I like and see what I don't like. And yeah, as far as historically, I think it's done. We've mainly had really good servers. I can really only think of like 2 or 3 that were like, I'm kind of questioning why they even submitted their server, because they weren't done putting them together yet. So I didn't really understand why they would ask me to go in there and have a look, or at least pass judgment on their server when, in my opinion, they weren't ready. But that being said, we're going to grab our first server. So we currently have 132 responses. So we're going to do random.org. And we need a random number between 1 and 32. And I am keeping track of the old or the previous servers that we've gone into and visited. So I do keep track of that so as to try to not double up. So to answer the question, do I remove your server submission? No, I don't. I just keep track of it so that I hopefully don't repeat myself. So our first server for today is number 59. And I'm going to move this over here because not everyone needed to see that, which is totally cool. It's not like there's private information in there. So number 59 is the server that we're going into. And that is a modded server. It's PvE. It's called the Den 2X. If you guys would like to join up, you certainly can. And rust.thedenservers.com is their direct link, and they have a direct link for their Discord. So let's get booted in here. Like this and like this. And let's do one of these. Oh, I got to do one of these first. Shady, what's up, man? Yeah. Are you in there? Are you actually in there? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. And while I am connecting to a server, sometimes my OBS gets a little laggy, but it will clear up as soon as I'm done connecting to the actual server. But I think most of you have been with me for a little while, so you know how things go. So close. Matrix, how's it going? Just listening? Cool. Does that mean you're like working, or what are you doing in the background there? 18 pop, nice. Nice. Yeah, Matrix, everything's good. I got a weird thing going on, like in my head, like actually physically in my head. I got like this weird vertigo dizziness thing going on. So I'm gonna have to, if that doesn't clear up over the weekend, I'm gonna have to go in and get my head examined, I think. Do I know what happened to the server provider called Server Blend? No, I don't know what happened to them. What happened to them? I'm assuming because you're asking, they're no longer around anymore. I will tell you that the profit margins in hosting servers, if that's all you're doing is hosting Rust servers or hosting gaming servers in general, the profit margins just aren't there. They closed all, they closed all the EU servers. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. I don't use or didn't use Server Blend, so I wouldn't have any close connection to anybody. Oh, like they had good gear. That's unfortunate. I wonder what happened. Finally ranked in the top 850. Nice. That's leaps and bounds better than I've ever done. Actually, that's not true. I think I hit a 650 one time, but I'm pretty sure it was a glitch and it was by accident because I never got anywhere near that again. All right, so we're loading into the Den PvE Solo Duo Trio. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to have to shut that off because it looks terrible. I'm going to shut that off for now, which is totally fine. So, first impressions. Looks good. Let's see what they've actually got going on for information. So, events. So they're turning on PvP every Monday at 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's, I don't know, like 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. where? Ever heard of time zones? Armor train every hour, convoy every hour, guarded crate every hour. Cool. What have we got for commands? Looks like fairly slimmed down commands. It looks like we've got basically clan stuff, player information, ranking, and trading. Looks to be all they've got. So they do have a verification process from their Discord. I'd be curious to know what's in there. That's okay. And I don't have permission to see their VIP page. And pretty standard rules. Blah, blah, blah. No trolling. Yeah, like just kind of really standard rules. I'm glad to see no, no code lock rating. So when you start getting into weird rules like that, I struggle with that because how are you going to control that? Did it show the time? Oh, it does show the time zone. Mr. Blue, always with the details, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's have a look. So we don't start with a kit. Oops. And we aren't allowed to use kits until I'm assuming we're either verified or our VIP. So that's fine. We've got people trickling in. We had 2. I was the 3rd player into this server. And so now we have 4, I'm assuming. It's a game mechanic and it's hard to police. I agree. Definitely not difficult or not impossible. It's just time consuming. And really, is that something that you want to like? So somebody comes along and they say, oh, I was code lock rated. And then what happens? Like, do they get kicked or like, you know what I mean? So I've taken down 2 trees or 2 logs laying on the ground, and I'm at 500 wood. So gather rate is good. Let's head over to the ROADs here. Check out some Luit. No code. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's fair. Actually, good point, BMG Jet. I appreciate that. It seems tedious to me to, like, you know, I don't know. It just seems tedious. It's a game mechanic. It's part of the core of Rust. Like, why try and police that? That's just my opinion, though. So the server is located in Singapore, and I'm getting decent ping and decent FPSs. That's layman for FPS. And let's go this way because the mining outpost is over there. 10 failed attempts and it blocks you for X amount of time from trying again. Oh, okay, that's not so bad then. So it's not preventing it. It's just like, if you fail, you can't continuously go and go and go, which you can't anyways, because every failed attempt causes you an electrical shock, which would eventually kill you. I don't think you'd be able to go 10 attempts without dying. Unless you had like meds or bandages with you or whatever, right? All right, loot. Okay, so really, really basic loot modifications on that box anyways. I like 2x. My personal server that I play on regularly is 2x. Did I pick that up or did it automatically go into my inventory? And because I don't. Oh, it did go into my inventory. Beautiful. Love it. Auto loot. That's a quality of life feature that I absolutely love. I hate picking up loot off of the floor. Hate it. Less rules, better. Yeah, exactly. That's my opinion too. Like Rust, the game itself is toxic. It's supposed to be toxic. And when you start making all these rules, like somebody has to moderate that and like police that. And then 2, you're changing the core of Rust when you start implementing all these rules. The one rule that I absolutely hate to see is no griefing. Griefing is literally baked right into Rust. The functionality to grief a base is right there. And for somebody to come along and say, you're not allowed to grief bases on this server. And imagine getting kicked for griefing. Oh man, that would piss me off. Kicked or banned. So loot seems to be really, really... in fact, I'm not even really convinced. I think they just multiplied loot by 2x. So we still have junk items in there, which is okay. I do prefer that people spend a little bit more time on their loot tables than just multiplying it 2x. I understand why people don't spend more time on it. I would just prefer that they did. Loot, and I've said this 1,000 times before, your loot table is very... Why can't you check your map when you're on the bike? Oh, because What is happening right now? Okay, so there's chat. Okay. Oh, okay. So I had chat turned off. I forget what I was saying. Oh, loot tables. Your loot table is going to take the most amount of time and effort in all of your setting up of all of your different plugins. Your loot table needs to be where you spend most of your time because it can make or break a server. And while the general population doesn't really recognize the changes that you've made, or let me put it like this. The perfectly modified loot table, your average player won't even notice that it's been changed. Obviously, they're going to notice like, okay, this is a 2x server and I'm finding 2x loot. Great. That's perfect. If that's the only thing they notice, you've done your job. If they go through and they're like, oh man, why do I have like wooden shutters? You know what I mean? Like, why am I getting 2 times wooden shutters? I think somebody in chat is actually talking in response to what I'm saying. Tried using better loot, keep getting issues on missing items. Yeah, so any loot plugin that doesn't automatically grab new items as Facepunch releases them, they need to give their head a shake, because that is like the most basic elements of a loot plugin. And if you're not doing that, you should be. All right. I missed some chat up above here. Let me just go back here real quick. Griefing is a part of the game. Yeah, I've been banned for griefing too. Like, give me a break. The original server was don't be a dick. Easy to enforce. We could make it up as we went. Yeah. See, and I don't like all these rules. Don't like it. Don't love it. They would notice M2. Yeah, exactly. They'll notice if you screw it up. And it's not, oh, I've got this convoy. I'm going to run into these people, or these, in whatever they are, NPCs. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh man. This bike is out of control. That's the convoy event. And I'm going to die to this bear. Let's just get off this road here. This is, got banned for life just for being a stream of Rust. Why? Why would anybody ban somebody for streaming their server? That's crazy talk. Yeah, that bear's gonna wreck me. And I got no heals. I got no food. Oh man. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, man. On one server. Yeah. Oh shit. I did not realize that the bear could outrun the bike. Guess I need the motorbike, hey? Tried to save. Oh, yeah. So I would say I have the server owner in here as well with me, which is good. I'm happy to see that one of the players on the server that I was going to audit is actually on the server. All too often, I go into a server for an audit and there's no players in there. That should never be the case. Spend a little money on paid plugins. My experience with paid maps and plugins has been pretty good. With Rust changing so often, yes. Bike was 2 HP. Oh yeah, good call. Yeah, you're right. It was damaged. Oh, and apparently now I have admin. I don't have no clip though. That's okay. It's okay. So for a 2x server, this is dialed. I don't like a lot of redonkulous changes made. I don't like GUIs. You guys know that. I don't like... where's he going? Where's that burr? Where's the burr? I don't like a lot of changes to the fundamentals of the game. Oh, here's the admin. So as far as that goes, I really like this server. Thanks, man. Thanks for not stealing all my goods. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean when you say I have admin, because I actually don't have here. Like, let's do, oh, look at that. I do have. Okay, cool. So I'm going to actually, being that you did that, I'm going to actually take a deeper dive into a server that I've never done live on stream before. And hopefully I'm not going to expose anybody's IP address like I have accidentally in the past. So I'm not going to change anything, but I am going to have a look here at your permissions because it'll give me an idea. Okay, so let's have a look at verified. So what happens when we do Discord verification? So we get building skins. So we have auto pickup on barrels only for verified, and yet I was getting it as a default player because I'm not verified on this server. So we've got blueprint sharing, building skins, building workbench. I love that. I love that plugin, building workbench. Loot defender, okay. Sign artist, recycler, skin controller. Wait, why do you have skin box and skin controller? Got a little bit of overlap there. So we've got trade, we've got sort, and we've got okay, so welcome controller verified. Nice work on that. So you've got a permission in there, which obviously because I wasn't able to see it. This verified section right here. Oh, so they gave me verified. Oh, probably because of now I have admin. So as a verified player, you get building skins, skin box, trade again, auto pick up barrel loot, share blueprints. Is that just with teammates? I think that's just with teammates, right? Excuse me. And okay, cool. So that's good. So this is what I would consider. This is what I would consider like a vanilla plus type of server. It's not hugely modified. It's really tastefully done. We've got, you know, the absolute bare bones of a modified server, and this is perfect. So this is for the guy or girl that doesn't have the time to grind without changing the fundamentals of the game. You shouldn't need to relog for auth 2 anymore. In some servers, as soon as you get auth 2, you can no clip. I've seen it work and not work on different servers. Would that conflict with the plugins having to? No, but you can't have. You would have to separate your commands. So, like for example, so skin. Let's have a look at skin. So this is using skin box. Let's see how we can use. Yeah. So what would be the command for skin controller? Skin C. No. So one thing that I really like about Amino's controller package is how easy it is to go in and actually change the commands that are usable. So in this particular case, you could leave Skinbox in there for whatever reason. And then you could make a command in the skin controller plugin that's it, like let's say you made the command SC, so skin controller, or actually wrote it all out so that it was skin controller, all one word. Then you could run both plugins on the same server, doing different functionalities, mainly the same functionalities. But you could definitely do it. Yeah, bot respawn doesn't care. Oh, yep, gotcha. Kits, that makes sense. It's SK. Oh, see, look at that. So, perfect. So here's a good example. So we can do skin, which is skin box, or we can do SK, which is skin controller. Totally fine as long as you have your commands separated. I don't see the benefit of having two. But I do like that. Like I know for a fact that skin controller does have that functionality built into it where you can easily change the commands that use that the commands for that plugin. So I do really like that. I can't say whether Skinbox has it or doesn't have it. I don't know. I've never checked. It's been years since I've used Skinbox. So maybe if the owner is in chat, maybe let me know why you're actually running running 2 skin plugins. Can you make a video on the best ways to build a player base? It's good having all these free and paid plugin setups, but I see a trend every stream, and there are always good servers with 0 to 2 players. Okay, so yes and no. Building up a player base is by far the hardest thing that you're ever going to do as far as owning and operating a Rust server. And it starts with just one. You have to get one player that's going to stick with you and be a part of your community and be active in your Discord and, you know, helping you recruit and retain new players. Once you get one, then you get another one. Now you have 2. And it's just a gradual grind. And it is a grind. And you have to be willing to do that grind. Skinbox allows you to change the command. Normally I set it to SB. Okay, there you go. And you should be able to use multiple commands in one plugin as well, I believe, right? It was temporary when Skinbox was messed up. Fair, except that you went and bought Skin Controller because Skinbox was messed up. Okay. Totally cool. So as far as my scoring of this server, oh, sorry, I should have finished what I was saying before. It's a grind, and you have to be willing to put in the time. You have to put in the wrench time. And then there's an aspect of luck, which obviously nobody has any control over, but luck plays a huge role in how well your community is going to grow. I don't know how else to tell you. It's just, these are facts. There's a lot of servers. I had 250 pop weekly in the early days, almost because there wasn't that many reliable servers. Truth. And to be honest with you, I'm to blame for a large part of that, to be fair. I'm teaching people how to host servers, how much fun it is, how enjoyable it is. And people are sitting at home on their phones, on their computers, watching my videos saying, I could do that. And they do. So that's another server that gets built, which can potentially take players from other existing communities. So I am to blame for this. There's no question. And I'll take that. COVID lockdowns, 300 pop every day. Now 10 to 20 is, yeah, exactly. And 10 to 20 is... Like, here, I'll put it to you like this. If I had 20 players on one of my servers right now, I'd be happy. I'd be elated. I think I could count on one hand how many times I've had 20 players in my servers at one time. Try to keep them logged in a lot. Yeah. Population begets population. Absolutely. You want to get somebody into your server and you want to keep them there. Advertise, but don't pay to advertise. Use your social medias. Use existing, I got to be careful how I word this. Use existing tags on social media to help get people come to your server. Stop stealing my players. I'm liking RP to time online, linking RP to time online, even AFK to get the currency to offline raid protection. Cool idea. Just started that this month. See how it goes. It'll go well. With the new host your own button in Rust, oh my God. I'm so upset about that. Oh yeah, there it is. It wasn't there when I checked the other day. So this is what they're talking about. Can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it through my overlay there, this host your own server button. What a damn mistake. I'm so mad about it. So mad. And I don't know what I'm more mad about, the fact that they have it there or that they're utilizing a company that I've never had the opportunity to work with. I'm not sure which. You're not to blame, Bill, because when you look at it, MC has millions of different servers. Minecraft. Yeah, true. That is true. But Minecraft is a completely different player base. They have, like, Minecraft has like 6 and 7-year-old kids and 25-year-old kids playing this game. Playing that game, not this game. Most pop I get is 100 at most. Yeah, like that's... I've never had 100 players on my server, let's put it like that. How can I show you my 3 servers? So Jay Luna, the best way that you can show me your servers is to submit your form at audits.rustadminacademy.com. And yeah, I'll if you get randomly selected like I just did with this 2x server, which that's rude that I didn't say it's his name, the Den 2x, then I will get in and check out your servers. Otherwise, you could DM me in Discord and I could have a look that way. It wouldn't be public and it wouldn't be on stream, but I could do it that way. The toxic Minecraft player equals the friendly Rust player. That is a bold, bold statement. All right, so that was the Den 2x. And in my opinion, a very well done. The loot, I would like to see a little bit of fine tuning on the loot, but all in all, the loot is good. It's obviously 2x'd, which is great. Gather is obviously 2x'd. And I do like... So this is another thing that you can do to help build your community up. So having a reason to go to the Discord and to link your Steam with your Discord, and that's exactly what this example is. So when I wasn't in the verified group, I didn't have access to this channel. Now that I am verified, I can see that because I'm verified, I get access to building skins, sign artist, skin box, and all this other stuff. Whereas, so you're basically incentivizing people to join your Discord and link up. It's a good idea. And a valuable tool as far as building your community from zero. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give this server a 10 out of 10. And they've done it well. It's not overdone. And here, I'm going to show you because they're chatting right now. They don't have player next to their name. So that's almost a +1. So like an 11 out of 10. Because man, do I hate that. I hate the player tag. Hate it. Hate it. So I do have a question because I do know that the admin is watching this stream. I do have a question about an admin permission, which I find a little bit strange. Okay, so you do have vanish in there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I don't want you to make any changes. I just wanted to be, because another one of my rules is if you're an admin on a server, the best admin is the one that's never seen. So you have to have vanish. And I was just confirming that it was there because I kept trying to use my hotkey. Oh, it is vanishing me. Oh, sorry. Yeah. My hotkey was working, but the little ghost icon, see in the bottom left-hand corner there, the ghost icon? I wasn't seeing that, so it was working. Okay, perfect. That's good. Because if you're doing admin stuff, you have to be invisible. Players, regular players cannot see an admin flying around. Cool. Okay, so you're gonna work on a loot. Perfect. It's good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. It just needs a little, like, just take out the junk. Players don't need junk. I know many people have spent thousands starting a Rust server just to quit. Yep. Yep. I know many people that have done exactly that. Everyone set up custom tag for srtbull in your server. Yeah. I will probably leave and not audit that server. Please don't do that. Please. I beg of you, don't do that. Change the vanish icon to a bright red ghost. I use the Ghostbusters icon that I got from White Thunder, I think. Ugh. I think it's from White Thunder. It's awesome. I'll show it to you because I'll even post a link for it because it's publicly available. Sorry, just bear with me. It's not very far away. It is right here. Let me just grab that link. And so this is the icon that I use for my Vanish plugin right there. And if you guys want that link, you can use it. It's right there in chat. Oops. Gotta actually click send. Feel free to use that in your Vanish plugin or in Carbon. It works on both. Okay, so that was the first server. That was number 59. That was the Den 2X, and I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. They've done very well. It's perfect with a little bit of tweaking on the loot. All right, let's grab another. So we're still at 132 responses. Let's grab another random number right here. 121. Let me compare that to my list. 121 looks good. So this is going to be a fairly recently submitted server, which is totally fine. 121 is Bearclaw 3X. Bearclaw 3X. And let's get the connection started there. I'm just going to I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way here and actually search for it because I have a feeling that this is going to be easy to connect to, and I want to see what do I want to see? I'm not sure. Okay, so that's not working. So let me do this like this instead. Sorry, just bear with me. I got to do it the hard way here. So close again. I was about to ask you what your number is, but I guess there's probably no way that you would know that. So I wanted to keep track of how much time I spent on each server. And according to my calculations, that was 40 minutes we spent on that server, which is way too long. Way too long. Umit G says, hey man, nice to see out your videos. See out your videos. I was just starting my server now. Cool. Yep. Fight it up. Are the numbers in orders of submission? Yes, I assume. Yeah, I would think so, yeah. I don't know which one is yours, Shady, but I will go through it offline and see if I can find it. I don't know the name of your server, though, so that might make it difficult. How do we add our servers to the list for you to possibly view? You want to go to audits.rustadminacademy.com and fill out the form that is there. And you will get added into the queue, and if you randomly get selected, great. If not, you will have to come back on the next stream and see if you get selected then. Facepunch needs to deal with all of these hackers before trying to promote server hosting. Well, they're making some moves. They're making some headway. It's just not happening fast enough, in my opinion. Bugs at Rustified says they need to ditch EAC altogether. I shouldn't say that. He didn't say that out loud. He kind of indicated that Rustified is building their own anti-cheat platform and they will no longer need to have EAC. So we'll see what happens there. Watching Bull review plugins is dangerous to your wallet. It is actually, because I review some expensive plugins sometimes. I do a lot of free ones too. Oh, speaking of which, I have a brand new website. Well, it's new to me. That I'm going to be showing off over the next couple weeks. Brand new website of plugins by a top-notch developer, and they're all free. And I've played around with some of them. They're super fun. They're super useful. I can't wait to show you guys. And no, I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Monetization is, I agree. Where's this for? Where do you get selected for? So the form, where do you get selected for? I don't think I understand that question. I'm not taking bribes, Shady. I know people have been trying to slide into my DMs to try to get in there. Overlander, how's it going? Overland NC. North Carolina, right? I hope. Love these videos. Can you remake a modern version of Rateable Bases? No, I can't. I will not be working with that plugin anymore. Hacking is hard to stop in any game. It is hard to prevent in any game, but I just wish we could. Razor, how's it going? You missed the first server that we went into, and we are just now currently going into our second server right now. So, right off the bat, we are in Bearclaw 3X Trio. Server wipes weekly on Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. 3 times gather, 3 times loot. Map size is smaller than it should be. Server is located in Virginia. Blueprints are wiped monthly. Good information. Server released on 5/24. Okay. We've got a good list of commands. Trade, PM, skinbox, kits, homes, stats, cases. Oh, roulette case. Okay. We've got a shop. We've got jet event, tugboat event. Oh, we've got a ton of events. Holy, look at all these events. So when we compare this to the last server that we were into, this would fall into the category of heavily modified. We're changing a lot of aspects of the game. So now granted, the previous server did have Convoy. It did have, it had a couple of events on there. But these are changing like the fundamentals of the game, in my opinion. So, wipe cycle. Okay, so we've got some double up here. So instead of having this information right here and right here, just pick one or the other. And obviously you would prefer to use this over having your wipe information here, because this is a whole lot prettier. Rules. Pretty standard. So we're limited to 3 players max, strictly enforced. First offense, 24-hour ban. Second offense, wipe ban. Third offense, permanent ban. Cool. What have we got for links? All right, we've got our Discord. We've got our shop. I'm assuming that is for a VIP setup. Is that off center? Is this shop button off center from this Discord thing? I think it is, right? Again, my head is a little fuzzy these days, so it could just be that. And we don't have kits set up. And we have shop set up. This is interesting. Oh, this isn't welcome controller. This is that other one. Is this David's? I think this is David's. Yeah, I think this is David's. And I've seen a very trashy hacked version of David's out there, which if I ever find that guy, I'm going to smack him right in the beanpole. So shop is good. We already have $200 in Bearclaw cash. So we can already start buying things, which is great. Can we buy a weapon? Yeah, we can. We can buy a weapon right out of the gate. Cool. And then here we've got the VIP information, which of course is available from the shop. How many watchers? We currently have 24 watchers watching right now. And we have Jason Black with a super chat and a little fancy little emoji there saying, keep it up. Thank you. I definitely will. So thank you, Jason Black, for that. Okay. If you like this shop menu, absolutely check it out for sure. And somebody in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is David's, right? Shop by David is good. I wish there was somewhere you can get more text in front of the players. Yeah. Oh, Razor dropping the 5 gifted YouTube memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Razor. So if you ended up with a free gifted membership from Razor, be sure to give a shout out in chat, thanking him for that. All right, let's get going. Who's this guy? What does he want? Lumberjack. Definitely David's. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so we have a customized outpost, which I love. And that's a player. Look at all of the stuff. Oh, this is Outpost and Bandit Camp combined, right? God, it's been a long time since I've seen this. Also, what is going on with my pings? Is this combined Outpost bad on resources? It almost seems like it is. Anyways, let's carry on. So we did spawn with an auto kit, which I appreciate. Unfortunately, there's not a weapon in there, which is okay. If you're gonna give me an auto kit, give me a weapon, even if it's just a bow. But anyways, that's good. I like the auto kit so far. We've got the bone armor and an axe and a pickaxe. Pretty basic. I quite often see auto kits that include flares, and I wonder why so many people out there put flares in their auto kit. Who cares about flares? Just going to quickly craft up a bow so that if I do run into another yogi, I can take care of it. And we're checking on gather rates right now. Gather rates look good. It's behind me, but I'm keeping track of how much wood I'm actually getting from this tree. So that's good. Darius, how's it going? Yeah, there's a lot of entities in there, and that's definitely what it was. I was lagging right out while I was inside that. So that right there, that would be a reason, a perfectly good reason to not do that. And I don't know if it's, oh shit. I don't know if it's the combined outpost and bandit camp by itself, or if they've gone in and added stuff to it on top of what it comes with. There's no way I would know that. So we are having a look at Bearclaw servers, and this is their 3x solo duo trio. And we're going to head for a Road, but I'm trying to avoid that burr. The yogi. And we have auto loot from barrels here as well. It's like these people watch my channel and they say, you know what? Bull says he likes this. I'm going to use that. And I appreciate that. If every single server I go into has auto pickup loot from barrels, I'm okay with that. All right, let's get some defense going here just in case, because we've got Yogi right over there. All right, let's check out some loot. So we've got a heavily modified loot table. So again, and you can tell that, or I assumed I could tell that, which is what I said at the beginning, that this is a heavily modified 3X. And that is a fair assessment based on what we've seen so far. What have we got for home? So we have home. What have we got for kits? So if you're going to have kit on your welcome panel, no, let me word that differently. If you're going to have a kit that doesn't work with welcome panel, then take that option off of your welcome panel. The last thing you want is somebody to look at this, click on that button, and have nothing show up. Your average person would be like, oh, okay, I guess they don't have kit set up. They wouldn't know to actually go in and use, to use the kit command. And first base, okay. So, okay. Holy, I have so many things going on in my head right now. I'm going to try and get them all out. This right here, this functionality used to be built into copy pasta, and I don't know if it still is, but you used to be able to actually put a base into copy pasta. They could claim it as a kit, and copy pasta would place that base for them right where that player was looking. I haven't tried it in a really long time. I used to do it on my server. I should actually go in and test it and see if it still works, so that I could properly say, hey, this is how you guys should be doing that. Instead of giving the player the resources to build a base, make it so that they can claim a kit and it just automatically places a base for them. That's just a suggestion, obviously, because who am I to say that you should or shouldn't do something? So loot is extreme. The number of items that you get, the number of individual items that you get isn't astronomical, which I appreciate. It's like 1s and 2s, and I think maybe some 3s in there. But getting 5, 6, 7 items per barrel per crate is okay. It's fine, but you have to give your players backpack access if you're going to do that. So like I've opened like a couple of barrels and a couple of crates. My inventory is full and I got nowhere to put anything. So obviously I have to make my way over to a recycler right away. And if that's what you're going for, great. Mission successful. Because I had to get over here almost right away. And let's get rid of that. And we don't need that. And let's get rid of that. So let's have a look at a milk crate. Okay, so this is extreme. So a milk crate at the sperm kit. And I got a rocket launcher. That's extreme. In my opinion. Oh man. So they've got sped up recycling. Sped up recycling. Oh yeah, for sure it is. Which I do also appreciate. Especially on a 3X. That's perfectly in line with a 3X is sped up recycling. Good, 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 good. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We're good. Oh, but individual, interesting. Oh, what happened there? All right. So loot is good, except for I would add a backpack, even if it's just, what do you guys think? Add 6 slots or 12 slots? I would say add 12 slots. That's what I would prefer to see as a player on this server. So loot is good. Gather is good. I don't have any GUIs on the screen. That wasn't me. That was somebody else that's here. Oh, combat knife. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme. I don't have a bunch of GUIs on the screen, which is great. That was actually something that I would normally mark as a negative on that previous server that we were on. It was just really small in the bottom left-hand corner. I didn't want to make a big deal about it, but it is typically something that I take away points for because my preference is no GUIs at all. I find that GUIs take away from the actual rawness of the game. But that's just my opinion. What is it? How does it go? This is just one man's opinion. All right, what else can we check out on this server? Let's have a look and see what they wanted us to see. Outpost is unique, large fishing is custom, many great events, basic kits, welcome panel, etc., etc. And that's good stuff. That is accurate. Tebex only, Bearclaw servers.tebex.io. So they are doing, oh yeah, they have, yes, they have VIP. We're not auditing websites and discords at this time, even though I have done that in the past. I've stopped because I want to spend more time on the server itself. So we've got share, can't do that. Players trade. So these are all really basic, really basic plugins. So nothing extravagant until you get into the events. Really well balanced as far as, oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's have a look at cases. Okay, so we can, and again, this is David's stuff, right? I think. Just gonna recycle all those coats anyways. Yeah. Did I grab a bunch of coats? Oh. Need to adjust the stack size. Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't hit any. So we've got wood at 3810. I'm assuming they've adjusted stack sizes and it's not 3x'd on stacks. But yeah, see, okay, so this is a good example of one of those really tiny details that I always look for. Weapons, attachments should never stack. I don't care what anybody says. I will go to the grave arguing that weapons and attachments shouldn't stack. You just need to provide backpacks. Right? Crafts from Mevent. Oh. Stack size is very important. Absolutely. What's up, main loot? Word. I don't. Do I have the money? Oh yeah, I do. Huh. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Jesus. Jeebus Murphy. Jeebus Murphy. So what do you guys think? What do you think in chat? Red flag for attachment stacks for sure. I agree. I hate it when you right click on, let's say, a flashlight or a laser sight or something like that, and it puts like 17 laser sights onto your rifle. You want me to open the case? I don't have, here. Oh, mushrooms didn't stack very tall, so yeah, that would need to be addressed for sure. So Razor wants us to open this case. Let's do, boom, open case. $25 gears. So I spent 100 RP for 25 gears. Oh yeah, stacks need to be addressed on this server. Ooh, Dinah. All right, if somebody is watching, you need to deal with your stacks for sure. Yelnuts, how's it going, man? Yes, you got a membership. Wait, did you get a membership today? Or was that from a previous? a previous. Oh my goodness. There we go. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. Yes. Razer did gift and Yelnats did receive today. Is the server owner for Bearclaw 3X in chat right now? I don't think so. I would typically have heard from them by now. I just flat double my stacks on 2X for stackable items. No. So I'd like to see the gears stacked to, yeah, exactly. So at bare minimum, if your gather rate and your loot is tripled, then your stack should be at least tripled, except for weapons, attachments, stuff like that. Clothing, don't stack clothing, don't stack armor. Oh my God, don't stack armor. Drives me bananas. So on my personal server, I run a 2X. I've heavily modded 2X. And my components stack to 1,000. Why? Because. Just simply because. Yeah, you match gather rates, exactly. Even there, so my wood and my stone are at 10,000 a piece. Metal and high qual are doubled to match. Yeah, so like I spent time actually going through and figuring out what works for me. I'm not saying this works for everybody. Stack Modifier soon will have a UI. Well, Stack Modifier, their premium version, does have a UI. I'm curious to know what you mean by that. Lootable on CodeFling was much easier than running 3 plugins for gather rate, stack sizes, and loot tables. It's really good. Only got it a couple of months ago. Interesting. Yeah. There's also another one that I've been meaning to get in touch with the actual developer. He keeps reaching out to me, which I appreciate. And if you're watching this, I encourage you to continue to do so. I'm not ignoring you. I promise you, I'm not ignoring you. I have things that I want to talk to you about that I can't wrap my brain around. So that plugin is Total Control, and it's available on codefling.com. But I want to talk to him before I actually do a video on his product and actually promote what he's working on. It's good, and it's going to be great. Old maintainer stripped it. Oh, you're talking about you're talking about drama between one website and another website. Yeah, I know. Yikes. Yikes. I'm not even going to touch that one. Ugh, that's awkward. So somebody's going to be looking at Stacks modifier on UMod and re-adding the GUI that was removed a while ago in a controversial move. So Bearclaw 3X, let's get back into business here. So Bearclaw 3X, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I don't like stacks. I don't is there some sort of loot bouncer going along, or is there legit somebody right by me? There must be somebody. I'm just following somebody. I'm going to give this server a 9 out of 10. I like all of the features. The kits they're balanced. The images that they used for their kits is glorious. I absolutely can't stand images being done poorly. This is good stuff. I'm happy with this. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, down on the ground. That makes sense. A kit for a torch though. At least make it a cool torch or something, right? And okay, so we're gonna change it. So we're gonna change it to an 8 out of 10, and it's so small. It's backpacks because your loot number of items in each container is so high, and then stack sizes. Those are the only two things that need to be addressed. Other than that, the server is great. I don't like the performance at the outpost. But other than those things, this server's pretty good. Wouldn't be Rust without a little drama. I agree, except that side of it, I wish there wasn't any drama. I just want everybody to get along. Blue, you know what I'm talking about. I've said this to you before in private. I just want everybody to get along. Time for next server, or you'll only get 2 done. I don't... Oh yeah, good call. So that one was 30 minutes. We are done with Bearclaw 3X. So that was 30 minutes. I try to get 5. I started out wanting to do 3. I've been able to get 5. Black Cobra, welcome. Kits have cooldowns. I would assume kits have cooldowns. Yep. 15 minutes. Yep. 15 minutes. 1 hour for meds. And 15 minutes for a torch. Cool. It's okay. I know, but I can wish, right? Can't I wish? I know. All right, we are going to grab number 3 here. So I didn't dock any points on that one for the outpost, the combined outpost being terrible performance. I don't think that's fair because I'm not really sure that it's their fault. So we did get 3 more responses, so we're now up to 135. Let me change that. And you all want to see the number that actually generates, so let's generate that. 67. So server number 67 is Scavenger's Haven. I think we've done this one. Scavenger's Haven 3X. Yes, we've already covered this server on May 24th. May 24. So we will be picking another one. $67. I am going to mark that down though. Just so that I can keep track. Double up. Double up. Random pick. Cool. All right, so we're going to grab another one here. So this one is number 52. And having a look at my list, number 52 has not been done. Number 52. So we are going to Vanity 1.5x. VanityRust.com. Vanity.gg, discord.gg/vanity. Beautiful stuff. All right, so let's get into Vanity 1.5x. Come on, go faster. All right, rigged. Little project I've been working on is coming along nicely. Well, which one are you talking about? Because opinions on Komomo 10. I think he's awesome. Why would you ask my opinion on Komomo 10? He's good peeps. I've worked with him. I shouldn't say I've worked with him. I have used his likeness on a video and used one of his plugins to promote a video and I made a video promoting a plugin that he uses. There. He rules with an iron fist, which I appreciate. Published your audit on my DC. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's kind of funny, actually. Mr. Blue, I'm going to want to know whatever project it is that you're working on. I want to know the details. Stream froze for a sec. Yeah, exactly, Darius. I agree. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Yeah, Kamomo and I do have the same barber. It's not personal. It's random. I promise. I promise. Need to figure out a way to do this and ensure that the server owner is online. I've tried to think of different ways of doing that. It's quite a bit more entertaining on that first server with the owner on here. Yeah, I agree. I do agree, except I think you'll get a more honest opinion out of me when I know that the server owner isn't in my chat. That's so that connection did not work. So hopefully this does work. Oops. Let's do like this, vanity. So we've got vanity US in community. Eek. Vanity servers is there. Yo, Razor with the $5 super chat. Had not done the giveaway, so why not choose a random support here for it? You are correct. I have not done that giveaway yet. I will be doing a giveaway in my Discord for any plugin that was written by Razor at myvector.xyz or XYZ, depending on what part of the world you're in. Pre-pick the servers the night before and announce them so owners can be online. That's the best option that I have so far. Yeah. That is the best option that I have so far. And to potentially see the particular server owner learning and improving, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, you should be afraid to call somebody Dustin says you shouldn't be afraid to call somebody's baby ugly. That's true. But I was brutal on one server, and I don't know if that server owner was in my chat or not at the time. If they were, I would have felt bad because I was mean. So I'm having a hard time connecting to the server. So let's try this again. I'm going to do one more thing after this if this doesn't work. I'm going to try and connect via Battlemetrics if this doesn't go. I watch every live, started taking in what I learned from the first server audits. Already knew about the UI, waiting for Bull's reaction. Beautiful. So that's the server owner of the first audit that we did. My server is being set up for friends and family. I'd like to see you find a way to do this with the backend stuff, what it's hosted on, how it's monitored, their Discord, etc. There's a lot more than just the in-game stuff. That is all very true, and I would love to be able to do that. But again, this is going back to what was previously said, was it would need to be pre-organized with the server owner so that I have, you know, auth level 2 and admin access and all this other stuff. And then signing into their dashboard, I could easily spend hours picking apart people's servers. And I don't know that that's fair to the server owner, and it's definitely not fair to you all. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, hobby. Yeah, right. We've got Black Cobra dropping in a super chat. indicating that I am some sort of amazing, which I very much appreciate. Thank you so much for that. And we've gone through and figured out the different currencies before, but I don't know what 100 RONs is, but I don't care. I appreciate it anyways. Do I ever mess with RSM? Yes, I do. Or yes, I have, I should say. Yeah, nothing wrong with RSM. Yeah, exactly. Black Cobra coming in with the super chats. The ban if you break the rules or if your server freezes and spams the server list. Oh. Yeah, so I'm going to try and connect. That didn't work either. So I'm going to try this one more way. And unfortunately, if I can't get in this way, I will have to move on. Many apologies there, but sometimes the internet being the internet, it just is what it is sometimes. We've gone to a couple of servers where, so these audits are done the day after wipe, and we've been to a couple of servers where they hadn't updated their server yet from the day prior, and we weren't able to connect as a result of that. Okay, so here we go. We've got some good action going here. Let's do one of these. Oops, got to learn how to spell it correctly though. Okay, so that should work. It's looking good so far. I see a lot of talk of dashboards and hosts. I'm not the only guy that just hosts on bare metal servers, am I? No, you're definitely not. But I do promote server hosting providers, such as icehost.com. They are definitely one of my partners and a very, very valuable partner at that. And I do promote their services often. I'm on MTX with my own scripts. Okay. I want to thank Mr. Blue for the custom map generator. It's beautiful. I agree. I've done a video on Rust maps. I've done quite a few videos that are specifically circled around Mr. Blue. I appreciate the fact that I appreciate the fact that I get to communicate directly with people such as Mr. Blue, Death, the various different developers that I work with on a daily basis. And then I get like kind of like a first-hand shot of what's going on. And yeah, I get to pick and choose which people I want to work with. And I can ignore the ones that I don't want to work with. So just for anybody that's keeping track, a RON is a Romanian leu. Now we know. Did you see? Yeah, Mizal, I'm annoyed by that. I wish that my hosting partner had, oh, look. VPN or proxy. All right, we're going to, I'm going to do it. I understand why people do this. I do. I get it. I totally understand. So I'm going to disconnect my VPN. No, disconnect. And you guys don't even notice it. Reconnection is successful. Beautiful. We're going to try this one more time. We owe it to Vanity to actually get into this server. If it still doesn't allow me in with my VPN disconnected, I'm going to punch myself in the face. Yeah, I don't want to say anything bad here, but I just think there was better providers out there than Shockbyte, in my opinion. I don't know. We started in 2015 on a hosting provider, but they couldn't keep up with the DDoS kids, so we went to NFO. Went to NFO back then. Yep. NFO. Okay. talking bad about any hosting provider, but I found the best bang for my buck is bare metal host of Windows. Yes and no. VVBG. That is your new name, VVBG. You have family. Yeah, exactly, right. There are, and I don't really understand it, other than maybe the security, maybe a little bit of security, but I don't understand why VPNs get blocked. Like, who's not on a VPN nowadays? So much so, I talk about my VPN so often that I should be getting paid from the company that I'm not going to say because I'm not getting paid. Just buy a Dedi from OVH or Hertzner. Yep. I've worked on Dedis. I worked with OVH in Montreal. Actually, that's where I first started out with hosting servers, was with OVH. It's okay. I still prefer Iced Host. They had great DDoS protection back then. I haven't used them for 7 years. Phoenix Snap is great so far. Haven't gotten a huge DDoS yet. Yeah, see, and I don't even, if I'm getting DDoSed, I wouldn't even know. Just took the 24-hour free trial and took YouTube Premium in Pakistan. I'm not really sure what you mean by that all, but that's okay. Oh, VPN. Oh, gotcha. I blocked VPN because of geofencing. Yeah. Me too. That is literally the only reason why I would ever block any addresses or anything like that. I'm not really sure why that didn't come through. Let me just pause for just 1 second. We are in the server, so we're going to deal with that in just 1 second. I don't know why that didn't come through. Probably because my VPN is freaking the F out. I hope not. So that was Ilyarik. Thank you for your channel with the 698 super chat. Your channel helped me. Oh, there it is. I don't know why that took so long. Holy. Thank you. Your channel helped me help build my server. The audits are awesome. Seeing how other owners build their servers, especially your honest reviews. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying them. So far, the feedback has been really positive, which of course leads me to want to continue to do them. This is a 1.5. So we have very little information about this server, which I actually kind of like that I have very little information. But let's see what they're saying. So, workbench experiments, OG style blueprint progression. We're not going to have time to test that out because, because we won't have time. So 1.5x is uber slow. 53 wood, 61 wood, 69 wood, 81 wood. So I'm not expecting a lot. I'm not expecting to see a lot of mods on this server as a 1.5x. Does anybody remember back when Terminus, the Terminus thing was a thing? They had a 1.5x, and I thought, that's silly. Like, what's the benefit of 1.5? Why not just either have vanilla or a 2x? In my opinion. So one thing to note on this server is there's no other players in here. I am the only one, which means not even the owner is in this server. Granted, maybe they're around the world. Who knows, to be fair. But there's no players in this server. As a server owner, I do find some of your videos super helpful. Why do you not find all of my videos super helpful? Terminus, no craft, and had to find everything was fun. Yeah, maybe I'm not thinking of the right group. I thought they had a 1.5x too. Yeah, like, yeah, there was no barrels, there was no crates, there was no, or like you couldn't gather from trees, you couldn't pick up from ore node. Oh shit. You couldn't pick up from ore nodes, you couldn't do anything. You had to literally find everything on the server in crates and barrels. Even a blueprint. You couldn't craft a blueprint. You had to find a blueprint in order to build your base. And then you had to find the wood to build your base. It was crazy. That's the feeling that I get. Because I don't use all the plugins that you've done the videos for. Yeah, that's fair. It was more of a joke than anything. I don't expect everybody to watch every single one of my videos. I have videos out there that I know, that I know aren't going to interest everybody, for sure. Couldn't craft. Yeah, you couldn't craft. You couldn't farm. You literally had to find everything, and they did so well. They were always busy. I don't know if they're around anymore or not. I have no idea. It definitely wasn't my jam, that's for sure. Talking about going away from core Rust, that's going away from core Rust. Way too far. So we do have some hitching and lagging going on, and my ping is good and my FPS is good. So I don't really know why. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm rubber banding all over the place. My VPN is off. It's not me. It's not my internet. And so far, I get the sense that this is just vanilla loot, which makes sense on a quote-unquote 1.5 times server. I want to try to get to... It's going to be too far to go, I think. But we'll try. Okay, bye. Bye, loot. Bye. There's no... There's nothing. This is basically... Oh, look. So, skin is on the server, but I don't have permission to use it. They don't have admin menu, which I find interesting. They don't have permissions manager. That's weird. So the 1.5 gather rate is pretty much the only thing that I can look at. And the old school blueprint is the one thing, the old school blueprint progression is the one thing that they wanted me to have a look at. And there's no way I can do that in this amount of time. So I think what we'll do here, to be fair, is maybe go have a look at their website. What do you guys think? What should we do for Vanity 1.5x to be fair on their audit? Here's what I found. Shut up, Siri. 0 out of 10, erase this server. I disagree. I don't understand the purpose of having a 1.5x server. But that doesn't mean that there's not a reason to have. That doesn't mean that somebody doesn't have a reason to not have a 1.5x server. I don't like the performance of it. Something is trying to kill me. So they have NPCs. Oh, it was the helicopter. Do you give your players access to... No. No. I was testing it because it says unknown command. And if the plugin was there, it would say you don't have permission to use that command. I'm sorry. I wasn't clear about that. My brain sometimes works faster than my mouth. No, it's not an invisible NPC. It is the helicopter is shooting at me. There's that guy right there. That's what's shooting at me. I am going to die. Because I don't think I have... Oh, I do have some bandages. Let's get some bandages up in here. Oh shit, now we got a bear right there. Good lord, I'm just a disaster. Just a disaster. $1.5 resources. Yes. Oh, Padman. No Padman either. I don't understand. If somebody wants a slightly faster gather rate, 0 out of 10 for performance, average 5 out of 10. It's not bad, just maybe a poor host or on someone's home internet. That is valid. Toxic Rust. How's it going? Welcome, regardless of what time you show. You got full perms on both of our servers. Bull gave you those a couple years ago. I apologize. I don't know what your server is. Was I in there doing work? I'm going to end up getting radiated here, I'm sure, at some point in time. Yeah. And scientists. Oh, yeah. I didn't stand a chance going in there. I don't even know why I went in there. Use the serum on my server. T's versus rate increases. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. This was Vanity 1.5x. That's what this server is. Fast-paced server with weekly wipes. Workbench experiments blueprint system. Drone marketplace moved out of safe zone. Drone marketplace moved out of safe zone. Okay. 50% reduced crafting and smelting. Basic default blueprints unlocked. Component-based loot system. Map changes for improved gameplay. 8-player team UI. Disable server toast. The notified player was an event spawns, enters map as well as blocks certain data being sent to Rust Plus to prevent the use of third-party applications. The way this is all worded, whoever this is, they know what they're doing. That's interesting. I'm curious. I'd be curious to know who this is, because their terminology is on point. And other than performance, this is a good vanilla server. So we're back up to just about 70 FPS. So it might have been that I was getting close to a monument where it started to get a little glitchy. I don't know. So chat, so far, you guys don't like this server, right? From the functionality and how it's set up, this is basically a vanilla server. And even to go so far as to say that they don't even have admin plugins on this server, which leads me to believe that they've never had a need for moderation. And if they consistently have 0 players on here, I would seriously be adjusting a lot. There's a lot of things I would adjust about this server. So I'm not going to give this the 0 out of 10 that chat suggested that I do, because it is providing exactly what was promised, which is a 1.5 gather. I think loot is vanilla. I don't think it's been changed at all. I've taken down 2 stone nodes. Oh no. I've taken down 2 stone nodes. And I have 1,100 stone on my inventory. Yeah. So it's supplying exactly what was promised. And that's okay. So I have to say that it's good on that front. Stacks are not 1.5'd, which I guess that kind of makes sense. 75. So I took down a sulfur node and I got 227 sulfur out of it. It looks like they've increased their spawn spawn rates, which is another way of increasing a gather rate. You still have to do the work, but there's more of them available, which I appreciate that as well. That's a really interesting valley. So, okay. I don't love this server. Yeah, okay. So this is 2 for effort. Okay, 5. Bull trying to join Sunday 5x server. It's an Indian server. So the maker, make sure you've submitted your server for an audit at audits.rustadminacademy.com. Yeah, that little lag freak out that happened, I don't like that. We've got a 6 out of 10. We've got a 1.1, 1.5, or 1.1x. Yeah, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with this. Like the way that their description is worded, it really seems like they know what they're doing. They've got a custom Discord link. They've got a, oh no, they don't. So they're just using the Pay Now slug for their store. But the way this is worded, it seems so polished and yet so not polished. I don't know how to rate this server. Type plugins in console. That won't do any good. I don't have F1 on this, or I don't have owner ID on this server. Maybe that's a good point, Dustin. I'm not sure, but it feels like they know what they're doing. Maybe in a copy paste from another server. That's valid. I don't know how to rate this server. I'm gonna give this. I'm back over here again. That same NPC is in the same position. Weird. It's like I spawned in the exact same place, actually. Weird. I'm gonna give this server. I'm gonna give this server a 7 out of 10. Oh look, my frames are dropping again. I'm literally sitting here doing nothing. My frames are dropping as we're watching. Yeah. I'm going to give this server a 7 out of 10. It promised exactly what it said it was going to. The performance is absolutely trash, and there's like almost nothing for features. Like nothing. I'm going to be generous there. This is not a server that I would ever play because of the 1.5 gather, but I guess for the extreme guy, maybe it's good for that. I don't know. Yeah, 5. Added you to my VPN whitelist. Okay, cool. That's good. I love those servers that make everything harder. Yeah, see, that's a good point. It makes things harder. So it's like take Rust and make it more extreme, I guess. When researching, there are chances that the item will break. Yeah, like old school, like back in the day, when everything that you researched, it no longer was a... Yeah, it is empty. Back in the day, when you researched things, you did break them. They were no longer a usable item. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to move on. I do want to get one more in before, what are we at here? So we're at 10 to the hour for me. I do have one errand I have to run tonight, which means I have to be done in the next 30 to 40 minutes. So did I make notes on that one? No, I didn't. Vanity 1.5x. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I know, that was, yeah. The Bearclaw, what did I give the Bearclaw? I think I give the Bearclaw an 8 out of 10, right? Yeah, Vanity 7 out of 10. And that was being super generous, I think. Okay. We're grabbing one more. We are at 138 responses now. So let me change this number right here. And we'll change this so that you all can see it. And we are going to server number 49. Have we done 49? No, we have not done 49. So who is 49? 49 is Rustmania 10X. So we all know who used to own Rustmania, right? Right? And so we're going to go and we're going to explore Rustmania 10X. Yeah, everybody remember to, like, every time I get a cluster of likes on a video, or I know, shady. Every time I get a cluster of likes on a video or on a live stream or whatever, it tells YouTube like, hey, there's something going on this channel. Let's put this in front of more people so that more people join up. So remember to like these videos. It's incredibly important. Trust me when I say it is incredibly important. Costs you nothing, helps me out a ton. This server that we're going into is funny. I'm laughing my ass off on the inside. So we are going into a server that has since changed hands from when this submission was. You know what, Shady? You're right. The person that submitted this server for audit is no longer the owner of this server. You make a valid point. We're still going to go in and have a look. It's been, I want to say months, but it's probably been years since I've been in one of these servers. No, somebody reached out to the owner and said, hey, I want to buy this group. Yeah, everyone's saying void. Yeah, okay. I will void this review. If the original owner sees the fact that I have voided this review, he's going to be pissed too, even though it's not his anymore. Current owner might not be okay with it. I'd say void. Yeah, that's a valid point. Fozzie, sold. I'm not even going to show it. Did I show it already? We're voiding this server review because the person that submitted for the audit is no longer the owner of this server. I'm going to, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to grab another one. Because you're right. What if the server owner doesn't want us in there promoting it or auditing it or whatever? You're absolutely right. I'm so glad that you said that. All right. Okay, so let's grab, so that one was, did I write that down? Yes, I did. Okay, so we're going to grab the last audit for the day. So this is 94. I'm just going to confirm that I haven't been in 94 already, and I have not. Let's go see. Oh yeah, I showed it on here. This is where I showed the name of the server. Okay, so we're going into Germany, EU. It's called Old Dogs PvE 2X. Looks like we've got events, shop, raid base, which I'm assuming is raidable bases, skills, bot. let's grab this IP. Website is not currently finished. That's okay. That is okay. I'm going to address the secret comment. In just 1 second here. Okay. So it's not that everything is a secret, but I don't have your server on the public listing. I do have access to information that is very attorney-client privileged. I do have a lot of privileged information, so it's really easy for me to accidentally put something out there that I don't mean to. And then in situations like this, like that server, is exactly, it falls into that same category. Like maybe the owner doesn't want me to be in there doing this. If it's mine, want me to say. I think I need to check my Discord messages. Okay, I was afraid that you were going to say what I thought you were going to say there, Shady. You had me worried. Okay, so Shady's going to try. So Shady wants me to accidentally land on his server and me not know that it's his. Okay, I see where this is going. I just had to catch up with the conversation. How do you know the owner sent or some? Because I know who used to own it and I know that they sold it. But what I was looking for there was to see if it wasn't purchased by somebody that was in chat that would quite possibly, not have a problem with me doing it. Okay, so we are at the Immortal Incarnations, which is not the name of the server that was listed. Which, let me just confirm that the IP address is correct. That's weird. 136.243, 135.46. So yeah, this is the IP address that they sent me. And the name is not lining up with, okay, look at all of this UI all over the screen. That is not the name that is listed on their submission form. Which is okay. I mean, people change their names all the time. I mean, people change political affiliations. They change, they change a lot of things about themselves. So why not change the name of your Rust server? Okay, so we want to be exploring loot rate is the only thing that they talked about in their submission form. The website's not set up yet, and the Discord is the Discord, and we're not going in there. So let's have a look at loot. And specifically loot rate. Leroy Jenkins. 90% of servers are dead. You are correct, Amundo. Correct, Amundo. I'd be willing to bet that that percentage is actually even higher than 90%. There is, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 groups out there that basically have all of the population and they are not willing to. And there's a big cycle process too. Rust goes through cycles where it's a completely unpopular game and then it's like an absolutely popular game. Like, so there was a time not that long ago where we had 200,000, no, I'm sorry. Is it 200,000 concurrent players? Shit, now I can't remember. It might have just been 100,000 concurrent players. But now we're down to like 65, 70% of that. Just goes in waves, just like everything else. Not everybody is as dedicated to the game as we all are. We don't care about the ranch. Let's get to a road. What the hell is my problem here? They want us to specifically look at Luet. If you can find players that like to play the game the way you like to play, it can get you some dedicated players. That's what happens in my server. The reason why I have the players that I have in my server is because they like the way I've set it up. Which should be the same. You could say the same for all servers, I guess. Should be able to say that. Is this a 10x? No, this is not a 10x, but I don't know what it is. It might be a 10x. What did I just pick up? So I'm picking up 50, and I think that's normally 25, right? When you pick up stuff off the ground. No, it is 50, I think. My average pop is nothing to brag about. I was talking about it earlier, and yeah, it's not good. My population is not good. I don't pay for promotion. I don't promote anywhere. I literally built my server just for myself, and if somebody else wants to play it, great. If they don't, great. So loot is very custom. Oh, we have Z levels. I didn't even notice that. Used to love Z levels, Z levels. Now, not so much. Did that say no kill, no raid, no steal? No kill, no steal, no raid. Okay, well, it is. So in my, it is listed as a PvE server on this submission form, but this, oh, it does say PvE. Yep, that is exactly what it says. So what, like the major fundamentals of Rust have been removed from this server. And I understand why people set up PvE servers. I get it. But damn. What a waste. So loot is modified. We've checked that. It's good. Actually, that's not fair to say yet. Let's wait till we get to the mining outpost and actually check this out. So let's start checking for some commands. So they have padmin. They have vanish. They don't have admin menu. They have the kits plugin, but no kits available. So maybe they only have admin kits or something like that. They have end teleportation, but I'm not allowed to use that command. So that could be a linking issue. That could be an admin thing. Who knows? We are going to check out some loot in here. We're going to check out some recycling in here. I wish I knew for sure. Sorry, I'll finish that thought in just 1 second. So recycling is not modified. It is still super duper slow. And loot looks good actually for like a 1x or a vanilla plus server. This is pretty good. But we don't have backpacks, and so I have that same issue that I had before. In that your inventory just fills up way too quickly when you have loot modified like that. So you have to provide your players with a backpack. Even if it's a 6 or a 12 slot backpack, it has to be there. Otherwise, you're going from a crate or a couple of crates, and then you have to go recycle, or you have to leave a bunch of stuff behind, and then kind of like, what's the point? So why did you increase loot that much if the player can't carry it with them? So that is a negative point right there. I'm going to make some assumptions that the in teleportation commands are blocked out because I'm not linked to their Discord. I'm going to make that assumption. I'm going to be generous and make that assumption. I don't have any way of knowing if that's true or not. But we're going to pretend like it is. I have 3750 for 300 pop, feels small. Easy with the flex there, bud. 3750 is the size of your map for a 300 plus pop. Just bragging up a storm over here. You can craft a backpack. That is true. You can craft a backpack. I do sometimes forget that that is now built into vanilla. Which makes me a derp. I'm going to say loot is very well done. It feels like alpha loot. Of course, I have no way of knowing that for sure, but it feels like they've gone through and cleaned things up pretty well. I would like to check on stacks, though. It's really the only other thing we can check on here, right? I like the idea of massive maps, but unfortunately, these new players are brain dead. That's an interesting take. How does the size of them? It's interesting that we've got old guy gaming and old, and they happen to chat one right after the other. I want the Nexus system exposed to us so we can develop our own network of islands. That is already kind of done-ish and sort of. I believe BMG Jet, if you're still in the chat, can you address that for me? Because I think that's the case. So these kids that, we've got Z levels going on here right now. Let's see how much it increases our gather rates by. Different biomes, tiers. Are you dedicated hosting for your server? Yes, I'm on a dedicated host. Yes. Dedicated machine. I'm very fortunate with my setup. I have, because of my partnership with IceHost, I have my own machine. It's all pretty. Oh, look, is that a base? Oh, please tell me that's a base. Oh no, it's a train yard. Damn, we haven't, so we've done H4. Let's go to H4. H4 in the water. We haven't come across a single base. Does anybody notice that? AMD, Intel, which one you prefer? For 400 to 600 pop? Well, for 400 to 600 pop. Oh. Well, you'd have to do Intel. It depends on what kind of AMD we're talking about. There are some good AMD processors out there. Where it's not in the middle of the water. No, I would probably still go Intel. Oh, it's up in the air still. Why would it say that it had landed at H4 when it's still up in the air? There's a plugin release. There we go. So BMG Jet is discussing the Nexus setup. Lets you do it using servers in the middle to hold things transferring between the server. Okay. None of the servers had bases. Yeah, you'll see no bases. Yeah. Intel is in hot water. I did not know that. I don't keep up with Metal Gear at all, actually. When I need a new rig built, I call up my buddy and I say, dude, I need something new. Here's a mitt full of cash. Call me when it's ready. So gather rate on this server is kind of whatever because they've got Z levels. So it's obviously going to change And I'm going to assume that they take care of that so that it doesn't go over from wipe to wipe to wipe, I would hope. There's way too much GUI on here. Look at the, so this is another problem. This is another downside to GUI. So I'm one of 50 players on this server right now. You can see the sleeper count. Now, granted, yesterday was wipe, so let's be fair. But yesterday was wipe. We have 0 sleepers on this server. Okay? Fine. In the top right-hand corner, we've got the Leroy Jenkins thing, which means they haven't done anything with their info panel. This is basically just right out of the box. Do they have /S? No. So down in the bottom left-hand corner, which you guys can't see because it's covered by my graphic, but they've got RP in there as well as economics, which means this is literally, they just took server info or info panel and they just dumped it on the server. They didn't make any changes to it. So that is a mark against what you're doing here. Gather rates, whatever, because you're using Z levels. Loot is good though, which I'm glad that's the only thing that you put on your submission form as something that you wanted me to check out, because honestly, it's nothing to write home about. Uh-oh. Except that it's done with alpha, or it feels like it's done with alpha loot, which is hard. It's difficult to do. So I appreciate the effort that was put in there. My throat is getting dry. How can one person sit in a room by themselves and just talk and talk and talk for hours? How's that possible? These people that do like 24-hour live streams, I don't know how they do it. Makes no sense. Yeah, there's a lot of metal talk in here going on right now. Yeah, see those conversations arguing about what to buy and stuff. That doesn't interest me. So loot on this server is okay. So they've increased the number of slots in here, and their stacks are done properly. You can see that we're not stacking items that shouldn't be stacked, which is good. I love it. What else can we take out of here? We can get rid of that. We can do that. We can take these. We should take those as well. So let's ditch this and this and this and this. There we go. So loot, they've done a good job on loot. So all in all, this server's pretty good. I don't like all the GUI, and I don't like the fact that I think they're just at vanilla settings for their GUI stuff. If you can't raid, you can't kill, you can't steal, what are we doing here? So now we have a build server, right? I guess you can still go after animals and other NPCs and stuff like that. I was about to say, why do you even have guns or weapons of any kind on this server? But yeah, okay. I don't know. What do you guys think of this server? The performance is good. I don't think I had any hitches at all. Right? I'm right, right? Yeah. Active admin, I have no way of knowing because there's nobody else on this server. I don't know if they're in chat. You know what? You guys are making a really valid point. Maybe I need to be in closer communication with the person that is making this submission, so that they can be here and they can provide feedback and maybe defend themselves a little bit. I like where this is going. Oh, you're saying it says active admin on the description. Yeah, but so here, let's see. Admin. That's like so interesting that the person that I was just talking about just messaged me on Facebook. The guy that builds my computers. I did. Yeah, I wrote admin in chat. No response. You're right. I should have picked your server, VVBG. VVBG2. So no response in chat from the admin. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not happy with this server. I would like to see better. And I also don't like PvE servers, so I'd like to know what they were planning on doing with kits. I would like to know what they have planned for end teleportation, being that I don't even have permission to use that command. I'd like to know. I'd like to see where this server is going. I can see the potential is here. I just don't love it right now. I'm gonna give this server a 6 out of 10. I'm not happy with this server. Putting a UI on screen and then doing nothing with it, I think that is in really poor taste. You can have top performance with no play. Yeah, you absolutely can. It could be abandoned. It feels abandoned. This could be counted as a void. That's true because I haven't heard from the admin in chat or in game. Hardstyle, how's it going, man? Yeah, really disappointed actually with that one. I need to make some notes on that. I feel bad. I feel bad trash talking servers, especially when the owner's not around. See, this was called Old Dogs. That's not what that was called when we were in there. Old Dogs PvE 2X, and it had events, raid bases, skills. I didn't see any bases, and so they're saying skills, but what they mean is Z levels. 6 out of 10 for that guy right there. That's too bad. I mean, you can't win them all. I understand that for sure. My server is PvE VP. Oh, with zones. Yeah. And okay, so that's not bad. What I don't like is the no kill, no raid, no nothing. So basically taking 70% of what Rust is out of the game. I don't know. Nope, not one more audit. I do have an errand that I have to run tonight, and it is time sensitive. Got to be honest and not beat around the bush with things. Yeah, you're right. So, okay, so here's the not beat around the bush. I am not happy with that server at all. A Pine IP reused. That is a valid point, actually. Valid. Probably didn't update rateable basis since wipe. Yes, because there are NPCs involved. And so there were some changes made there for sure. Could add a Discord username section to the submission form, maybe ping them, and even if they are off, they might be able to find a few. Yeah, that is a good point. I do have one change that Ghost brought to my attention. I've got a spelling error that I need to fix. I was fearful of making changes to the form because I didn't want to lose any of my current submissions because we're not there yet to reset the submission form. But I will be working on that a little bit later tonight. And you're right. Maybe I will make some sort of a connection or at least a time zone so that I can make it so that I know that they're going to be available. Yeah. Okay, so on the Nexus thing, I do want to connect with BMG Jet and discuss it further, obviously. And I believe it is on a GitHub. And I want to explain it. I want to show people how to make it work. We need to innovate from the zero pop service. Well, we could make a rule that we don't go into zero pops. We've only been in one, maybe two servers that had like 10 to 20 people in them. Going into zero pop servers and auditing them. I don't know. Open Nexus was for Aux2. My SQL Nexus was for main branch. It's on Rust Admin Academy Nexus tab. Oh, you did publicly. Yes, of course you did. You publicly posted that. You should check out so Hardstyle is talking about the Fireworks plugin. If anyone is interested in checking that out, you should check out my latest video I did on my new shows. Let's see what Hardstyle is talking about. Let's have a look. Currently known conflicts. Some custom maps make the shows fire when posted. Ask the map authors for a fix if that's the case. All right. So this is what he's talking about. I know you can't see it right now. So what I find interesting is, actually, no, that's fair. That's fair. Good call on that. What I was expecting to see was my video on it, but I definitely understand why I don't see it. Let's have a little look real quick. We're going to blast through these so fast that you won't even know what hit you. And then I'm going to go and take care of this business. I got to get to the show, bud. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping through things. Oh, no, I missed it. Okay, so he's doing the setup here. So you guys should go check out Hardstyle's Fireworks. It's not a plugin. It's basically just a package of pre-built bases with all of the hard work of a fireworks show already set up for you. I've done a video on it in the past. I also had him on, I think we also did somewhat of a live stream for July 4th, I think it was. No, I didn't do a video. It was a live stream. That was what was going on there. So as you can see, he's done a really good job. He's built these bases and these fireworks shows. He did a great job. Everyone should go check him out. It's on codefling.com. Just search for fireworks. You'll see it. Yeah, man. Nice work. Yeah. Nice work, man. Okay, I am going to shut down. So we have Ilya-Reek. No, Ilya-Reek. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Ilya-Reek of the Den, which is the owner of the first server that we audited tonight, did a $6.98 super chat. Black Cobra did a 100 RON super chat. And we got 5 donated memberships from Razer, which I super appreciate. And Jason Black with a $5 super chat as well. So thank you everybody so much for the super chats and the memberships and all that stuff. I super appreciate the support. I am going to start switching people over into the Streamlabs side of things a little bit more than the YouTube side of things. YouTube taking their 30% can basically, anyways, we need to figure out a way around that. Streamlabs takes way less of a cut. Hey Lone, how's it going? The live that murdered the stream? Not really sure what that means. The live that murdered the stream. Okay. That is true. Bull just didn't want to RTFM. That is the truth. He called me out right there. You all saw it. I didn't want to read the manual. Meanwhile, I say, always read the manual. Which is funny, actually. Good call. You busted me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. This was definitely a lot quieter of a stream than what I was expecting for today. But that's cool. So that just means that we need to get the word out more. And I need to trim down my audits so that I'm spending about 10 to 15 minutes instead of 40 minutes on each one of these servers. I know you guys get a little bit maybe antsy and want to move on to the next one, and I totally understand that. Good Lord, my feed is like, it's got to be 15 minutes behind. Anyway, that's so stupid. Don't forget to like this stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And next week, or the next 3 weeks, actually it's 4 weeks, we're going to have regular video releases on Fridays at 5 p.m. So I will be doing the next live server audit stream on the first Friday in September. So make sure you get your submissions put in at audits.rustadminacademy.com. The fireworks. Oh, fireworks cut out the stream. Oh yeah, that's true. That did happen actually. Okay. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy this wipe because it's supposed to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually planning on spending most of the month of the wipe in my own server, which is going to be super fun. I do enjoy that every now and then. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy. I'll see you on the videos as they come out throughout the month. I've got some cool videos coming up for you guys. Don't miss them.